Alright, hello everybody, and welcome to another video today. My name is Chris, and today we're once again going to be taking a look at the Sears Hometown closing list. Now, originally we did have approximately 47 locations, but within the past 48 hours we've had an additional 11, and then one more was announced yesterday. So guess what? Going from 47, we are now at 59. Just under 60 Sears Hometown locations will be closing, and I'll be going through every single one of them on this list here. Again, it's approximate. It's just about 59, and if you round it up, it's just under 60 that are closing. So we'll go over location by location on the list that I have created. If you guys want to see the list, the link to the list which is on a Google Doc that I created, that will be located in the video description as well. So, anyways, excuse me. Anyways, without further ado, let's go through the Sears Hometown closing list. So, we have the Sears Hometown store in Victoria, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Lake City, South Carolina, the Sears Hometown store in Escanaba, Michigan, the Sears Hometown store in Moses Lake, Washington State, the Sears Hometown store in Robinson, Illinois, the Sears Hometown store in Truckee, California, the Sears Hometown store in Cambridge, Minnesota, the Sears Hometown store in Taos, New Mexico, the Sears Hometown store in Iona, Michigan, the Sears Hometown store in League City, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Cypress, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Hamilton, Montana, which had a Kmart store at one point, the Sears Hometown store in Gunnison, Colorado, the Sears Hometown store in Green Valley, Arizona, the Sears Hometown store in Cheyenne, Wyoming, the Sears Hometown store in La Grande, Oregon, the Sears Hometown store in Huntington, Michigan, the Sears Hometown store in Pampa, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, the Sears Hometown store in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, the Sears Hometown store in Logan, Ohio, the Sears Hometown store in Litchfield, Minnesota, the Sears Hometown store in Helena, Montana, which I believe also had a Kmart at one point as well, the Sears Hometown store in Arlington, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Keokuk, Iowa, the Sears Hometown store in Toma, Wisconsin, the Sears Hometown store in Alice, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Annadach, North Carolina, the Sears Hometown store in Fallon, Nevada, the Sears Hometown store in Cleveland, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Grass Valley, California, which also had a Kmart at one point as well, the Sears Hometown store in Parker, Arizona, the Sears Hometown store in Sunnyside, Washington, the Sears Hometown store in Waynesboro, Mississippi, the Sears Hometown store in Batesville, Arkansas, the Sears Hometown store in Niceville, Florida, the Sears Hometown store in Derby Center, Vermont, the Sears Hometown store in Waterloo, Illinois, the Sears Hometown store in Farmington, Missouri, the Sears Hometown store in Newton, Kansas, the Sears Hometown store in Georgetown, South Carolina, the Sears Hometown store in Gallipolis, Ohio, the Sears Hometown store in Plymouth, Indiana, the Sears Hometown store in Jessup, Georgia, the Sears Hometown store in Englewood, Florida, the Sears Hometown store in Washington, Missouri, the Sears Hometown store in Greenfield, Indiana, and then finally we have an additional 12 that were added as of the last 48 hours. So we have the Sears Hometown store in Pasadena, Texas. We have the Sears Hometown store in San Marcos, Texas. That should say Texas on there, so I do apologize about that. We have the Sears Hometown store in Litchfield, Illinois. Litchfield. That one must have been a double because I think we mentioned, or I don't know, but we'll just keep moving along. The Sears Hometown store in Colby, Kansas, the Sears Hometown store in Cleveland, Mississippi, the Sears Hometown store in Poplar Bluff, Missouri, the Sears Hometown store in Paris, Texas, the Sears Hometown store in Kingman, Arizona, the Sears Hometown store in Shawnee, Oklahoma, the Sears Hometown store in Arcadia, Florida, the Sears Hometown store in St. Mary's, Georgia, and finally the Sears Hometown store in Luling, Louisiana. So approximately 59. I think Litchfield was mentioned twice. I'm actually going to double check that real quick. Let's see. It's Litchfield. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that one was mentioned twice. Okay, so disregard Litchfield, Illinois. It's I believe it is still 58 then. So that was a mistake on their end, but still 58. That is pretty devastating. To see 58 Sears Hometown stores shut down, and obviously people will be losing their job at all these locations, and they're definitely not going to get a transfer because I don't know the approximate number of Sears Hometown locations, but if this is like one half of the fleet, the Sears Hometown has no future, just like Sears. It's unfortunate. I mean, these are a lot of livelihoods, and People relied on these places for their benefits and stuff, and now they're going to be out of a job, unfortunately. They're saying, what I've been reading online at least, they're saying a lot of these Sears Hometown locations will be closing by June. And we could very well see some more hometown locations get added on, and I may have to do another video like this again. But hopefully, as of Friday, May 20th, 2022, we have approximately 58 Sears Hometown locations closing. If they happen to add on a few more, I will let you guys know in a separate video. But anyways, for now, 58 Sears Hometown locations shutting down by June of 2022. So anyways, guys, thank you again for watching the video, and that will be it.